Hi guys, I'm Daniel from Foodie Hub, and today I'm making a passionfruit pavlova. I need 6 eggs and I need to separate the whites from the yolks. So whites in one container. Just cradle them from hand to hand. This will prevent you from piercing the yolk with the shell, and then I can put the yolks in here. And just repeat that until all your 6 eggs are separated. Just set those yolks aside, we can use them to make the curd, waste not, want not. I'm going to whisk my egg whites up in a freestanding mixer. You can do this with electric beaters though if you prefer. Just pour those into and beat until they're at soft peak stage. This will just take a few minutes. You have to make sure your bowl and your whisk, all attachments and utensils that you're using are completely spotlessly clean. You can clean them with a bit of lemon juice on some kitchen paper just beforehand to make sure, because any fat in the egg whites will prevent it from whipping up, and that includes yolk. Yolk contains fat, and if you have any yolk in them, they just won't whip up correctly. My eggs are pretty much there. I'll just show you what we're at. So you can see that they are not firm peaks, but I have peaks, so that indicates that I am ready to start adding the sugar. With the sugar as well, I just want to add a tablespoon at a time and let that mix in. I don't want the mixture to become heavy and lose all the air that I've beat into it. So we'll get it going again. Just shake that sugar in and let it beat for a moment or so before adding the next. And just tip in the last of my sugar. And then turn the speed up a little to speed things up. You will notice by this stage that it's thicker and the sugar has made it glossy. It never ceases to amaze me just how much it froths up and fills with air when whipped like this. It's just to test your meringue. Just lift out the beater. If a firm peak like that remains once it's lifted out, your meringue is perfect. So to make this a proper pavlova that is crispy on the outside with the most tender marshmallow belly, I want 2 teaspoons of corn flour. And I really don't know how it is that the corn flour and vinegar makes this happen, but it works, so I don't question it. And I just want 1 teaspoon of the vinegar. Hold that in by hand, going gently so as not to knock out all that air that we've beaten into it. I'm going to use the meringue that's on my whisk. Just dab it in the corners of your parchment paper. This will help glue the sheet to your baking tray, meaning I can compile my meringue easily, and just tip that out onto your tray. So I'm going to just now try and turn this into a fat disc. I think I probably make pavlova more than any other dessert. I absolutely love it. This beauty's ready to go into a preheated 170 degree oven, and that would be 150 degrees fan assisted. And as soon as I put it in, I lower the temperature to 140 degrees and in a fan assisted oven, 120 degrees, and I leave it there for an hour. Then I switch off the heat altogether and I let the Pavlova sit to cool completely in the oven for a couple of hours. My Pavlova is just cooling in the oven now, so I'm going to get on with the curd. And for that, I need 4 passion fruit. So I'm just going to scoop out the interior into a saucepan. These are fantastic for a Pavlova because they really add a bitter tartness, which you really need with a Pavlova because you have all that sweet marshmallowiness and you need something to cut through that. If you're not a fan of the seeds, just put this through a sieve so you can separate the seeds from the pulp. I want a squeeze of lemon juice just to heighten that tartness. Just about a tablespoon's worth, not very much. Then I want 50 grams of caster sugar to balance everything out. And 150 mils of water. And 2 teaspoons of corn flour. Grab myself a whisk. And I just want to whisk this all together. Okay, we'll get some heat going under the pan now. And all I need to do here is whisk until it's thick. That's it. Doesn't take very long. I am pretty much there. I don't want this extremely thick because I am going to use the egg yolks that I saved earlier on when I was making the meringue, and they will also help it thicken. Just move that off the hob. So I have 4 of the yolks from earlier on, and I'm just going to add a little bit of the curd into the yolks. Give that a quick whisk. This just saves my eggs from splitting, and then I'm going to whisk it in to the curd. Stir this mixture over a low heat just for a brief amount of time until it thickens even further and it cooks the egg yolks. And that's it. I can feel that it's thickened up enough. So I'll just pour it now into the bowl and let it cool. I've turned my meringue out onto a cake stand or a plate, whatever you've got, whatever you want to serve it on. Top side down, so I have the soft marshmallowy flat bottom that I am going to now just slather with some cream I've whipped. And this is very softly whipped because I want it to be very luscious. Just push that to the edges. And now for the curd. Just sort of spoon that over. Letting some drip down the sides. And just to top it all off, some fresh plump raspberries. 250 grams. And that's it. That is my Passionfruit Pavlova. Now all's left to do is to taste. Seriously, how good does that look? is so good. So good. Guys, as always, please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you haven't already. And as always, you'll find the full recipe on my website. The link is in the description box below, along with a full ingredient list. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this recipe.